Hello everyone, this is the Mayor of Gaming, and we are back with another episode of the best weekly bundles that I can come across. Not the catchiest title, but fuck it. Alright, so we're starting off with Humble Bundle this week, which is odd because usually they don't have amazing bundles. I mean, they usually got some decent ones, but nothing that really stands out. However, this week we have the Paradox Interactive Bundle, which we're starting off with War of the Roses, Kingmaker, which is kind of like, what was that game? Chivalry Medieval Warfare. That's a lot of fun. Online medieval bash 'em up. Would say shoot 'em up, I guess you're using a crossbow. Just a lot of fun in general. Magicka, which you've probably seen advertised everywhere at one point in time. It's a satirical action-adventure game set in a rich fantasy world based on Norse mythology. You play as a wizard, and you have to stop an evil sorcerer that has thrown the world into turmoil. It's pretty fun. You combine elements, cast spells. It's a good game. It also, in the bundle, has some DLC. So, yeah, if you want to get the DLC for it, it's here. Knights of Pen and Paper Plus One Edition. This is a spoof on D&D and just tabletop gaming in general. It's a lot of fun. Retro-style pixel art. It's an RPG, and it's inspired by a lot of the titles from the 90s. You play as both the characters and the game master. Players choose what battles to fight, put together a bunch of monsters to have your players take down, level up, and yeah. It does have a neat little aesthetic where no matter where you're at, there's always people just sitting at a table, and it's really charming, a lot of fun. Victoria 2. This one is it's a city builder sort of thing, nation builder, just something like that. Grand strategy game to play during the colonial era of the 19th century. You control a country, guiding it through industrialization, political reforms, military conquest, and colonization. If you like things like Civilization, you might enjoy this. It's not as polished as that, I would say, but it's definitely not that bad. Then, also for Magicka, we have Wizard Wars. It is a free-to-play game on Steam, but this one has a platypus robe, which looks kind of neat. Duckbill Platypus has a hat, and you got little adorable claws and things like that. You also get a forum helping heart icon for the Paradox forums, which is kind of neat. You get all that for $1, so I mean, that ain't bad. If you're willing to pay more than the average, which at the time of this recording is $5.25, we also have Hearts of Iron 3, which honestly I'm not that interested in. It's a World War II type game, but it looks to be mostly, I don't know, it doesn't look like it has a lot of action, which I guess works for this bundle because it's a lot of diplomacy-style games. Empire. Deep in the underworld of Adara, a threat of the most evil nature grows, multiplies with an appetite for destruction that is unsurpassed. Summoned from the depths of the bottomless pit, the once mighty Baal Abaddon, I think I said that right, has been torn from his throne of skulls and imprisoned in an earthly body of a less than imposing stature. He's an imp. You take control of the demon as he attempts to rebuild his mighty hellspawn form, with the aid of dozens of creatures, both big and little, and an arsenal of spells. So, you have to construct a dungeon underworld to stop the pesky heroes from ruining his return to greatness. Sounds kind of like Dungeon Keeper, but I've heard it wasn't as good as the original Dungeon Keeper, but definitely better than the new mobile game. Crusader Kings 2. It's complicated. It's also a lot of fun when you get used to the complication. It's a kingdom ruling sort of strategy game? Well, yeah, we'll call it that. Where you have to keep the Pope happy, kidnap your brother's daughter to extort him for money. There's a lot of medieval diplomacy going on in this, and it's a lot of fun. If you enjoy things like that, where you get to be king and make all sorts of twisted little decisions. It's a great game, something definitely to try. And it also comes with the Sons of Abraham expansion, which is the 5th expansion, which it focuses on Christianity, Islam, and Judaism. It's actually pretty interesting. And then, of course, you get the Paradox Interactive Music Hits Platypus Edition, which is odd, to say the least. It's pretty much just a CD with a bunch of different songs from their games. So, yeah, it's kind of neat. So, that's all for that bundle. Let's move on to the next. Alright, next up we have the Tex Murphy bundle. This comes from Bundle Stars, which didn't have too many great deals this time. Well, their killer bundle is still going on, so if you haven't gotten that yet, you probably should. But yes, this bundle comes with 5 Tex Murphy Steam games. If you're not familiar with Tex Murphy, they are a series of live-action point-and-click adventure games, and it runs with the whole live-action idea perfectly. You might recall that recently they had Tex Murphy: The Tesla Effect come out, which was a revitalization of that old game. The thing is, though the acting is cheesy, the action is equally terrible. It's a lot of fun. It's a great game. These games are really great. They'll keep your interest, and you will want to play it through to the end, and you'll have fond memories afterwards. And right now you can get it for $2.49. You get 5 games, $2.49. This comes with Tex Murphy Martian Memorandum, Tex Murphy Mean Streets, Tex Murphy Overseer, Tex Murphy The Pandora Detective, and Tex Murphy Under a Killing Moon. So if you've been itching for another adventure game to play, and if you love the hokey acting of live-action games, this is definitely something to check out. If you haven't even played any of the Tex Murphy games, this is a great way to start off, to be honest. They're a lot of fun. So anyway, that's going to wrap up this week, actually. There isn't a whole lot of good deals that I've seen that has caught my attention. As always, I'll leave the links below, and look around. Maybe you'll find some that you like that I just wouldn't. I know they have a Lego superhero one though, but price was a bit steep for me. So anyway, this has been the Mayor of Gaming. Until next time, have a good one.